Speaking of history, do you think it's good that like the amount of things and countries you've seen and all the experiences you've had? Like again, looking back, is that something that you wish you did or didn't have? Is that something that you want for the future for your son? Like looking back on it, like that's a lot of life experiences in a short amount of time.
I think just my mindset in general, I think, there's a whole lot of world out there, and I'm very, you know, eager to try it all and do it all in the time that I have. You know, it was some of it was luck, but I think, to an extent, the behaviors that you engage in can make luck for you. For example, just these, I'll give you, I'm getting a little bit off topic, but I'll give you a few examples of things that, I can look back to and say, this was the event that did it. Right. So 2010, I'm an intern at London Wasps, completely unpaid, working with the academy. So the lowest of the low. And I'm like, clearly I should write a blog. People need to know about what I'm doing. In 2011, this American guy messages me through my blog. Hello, my name is Brent Calloway. I work for Athletes Performance. Would you ever be interested in working in a professional league if rugby comes to America? Yeah. Now, the next year, I went to China for them. The year after that, he said, hey, we got an emergency where this guy that's working with Argentina had to go home. Can you be in Buenos Aires next week? Yes, I can. If I don't do that, I don't go to Japan. If I don't go to Japan, I don't go to America. And it's all from me having a blog in 2010. Likewise, 2009, one day as a commercial personal trainer, I was like, well, we don't have a prowler, but prowlers are fucking hard. So I switched off the treadmill and said, right, push that like it's a sled in a commercial gym. And people were like, fuck, this is one of the hardest things I ever did. I was like, someone should write an article about this. Nobody had ever written an article. So I wrote an article for Elite FTS and uploaded it. Then this guy messaged me. He goes, hey, I still speak to him as well. He goes, hey, I'm an editor at Muscle and Fitness. Can I interview you and start an article on this? And I was like, yeah, sure. And I said to him, I have all these questions about, Soviet training because I thought the Soviets had the answers, right? Can I ask you about these methods? And he said, yeah, of course. Listen, I don't know really, but I know a guy who does. And this guy, unfortunately, has since died, Bob Eilenfeld. And I'm emailing him all these questions. He said, listen, you could ask me all these questions, but why don't you just get them from the source? I'm going to an event in February in Richmond, Virginia called Central Virginia Sports Performance Seminar. If you meet me in New York, I'll drive us down. And I was like, okay. So I flew to New York to meet a complete fucking stranger and sit in the car with him for 6 hours to go down to an event in the city where I now live.